Hey baby, hey sugar, how your mama now? It's your girl Kiwi. Thanks for stopping by. Today I decided to do a little in-depth brow tutorial. I gotta tread lightly. I'm afraid of that word because I am learning myself. But I did go in depth on how I apply my eyebrows. On this side, I used a little pomade. I used the ABH pomade in Ebony, and on this side, I don't know what I did with the pencil now. Oh, there it is. On this side, I used the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim pencil. So, yes, they're a little different. They're a little different. But hopefully I can get away with it. But, you know, my brows, they don't ever come out looking like, you know, sisters. Definitely not looking like twins. They look more along the lines of in-laws. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. These my brows. That's my business. So, anywho, if y'all want to see how I apply my brows, if y'all want to see my application, my technique, or whatever, what have you, then come on off the porch, girl. Let's go in here and see. Okay, so I am gonna be using ABH brow pomade in the shade Ebony on one side, and then I'm going to be using what is this called, the Brow Ultra Slim by Maybelline defining pencil on the other side. So let's go ahead and get started. I guess since they're on this side, I'll use the pomade over here and I'll use the pencil. Okay, so what you want to do first, starting off, is just brush those brow hairs in the direction in which you want them to go. Alright, so I use my top on my pomade to kind of smooth out and flatten my brush. So when I take, I have the ABH brow, like the duo brush in 7B. So this is what I use to do my brows when I'm using a pomade. And I literally just take the pomade and the brush and just dab, 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 dab. A few little dabs in there, straight on the very tip of it. I don't know if you can even see. Like, I don't scrape it in there because I'm about to do that in the top. So I take the top and flatten out the brush. And that way you don't get too much product. And it's in the top. So I'm pretty much going to utilize what's in the top. So pomades last forever. But they will dry out. So govern yourselves accordingly. But so I flattened it, you know, pretty precise, pretty flat. And that just gives you a much more controlled application. So I always start at the bottom of my brow. And just lightly trim out the shape of your brow. And again, I said I want to make this one not so bold using a pomade, and that's not always easy to do. So I want to keep it light, keep it tight. So going back into the top, and then I never go like right here at the beginning of my brow. I always kind of start about what an inch, half inch back on the top of my brow. I always start at the very beginning on the bottom. When I'm at the top, kind of start about right here. And just work my way and create that shape. Now keep in mind, there are no rules. There are no rules. This is just what works for your girl. A few of my friends asked, so here we are. So honestly, y'all, that's pretty much it. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. But I'm going to take the brush going directly straight into my brows, and I'm just going to flick it upward at the beginning of my brow to create a little bit more in the front. And that's really all that I'm going to do. And then I'll just take the spoolie and brush it through to kind of blend everything together, especially towards the front, because box brows ain't hitting. Okay? Okay, so for the pencil over here, again, just brushing through all 5 of the brow hairs that I have. All right, so I always roll up just a skosh, just a little bit of product, because if you're using brow pencils, especially the fine ones like this, they have the tendency to break because they're so creamy, so soft, and they will break on you. So less is more. Use a little bit at a time. You can always, you know, continue to roll up, but if you roll up too much, it's gonna snap off. So again, just a little tippy tip. All right, so again, just like we did this brow with the pomade, starting on the bottom of this brow, I do mine the exact same way, whether it's the pencil or pomade, the entire bottom portion of the brow, and starting about an inch, half inch, whatever measurement you want to go by at the top, and then create my shape. I literally follow the natural curve, arch, or whatever of my brow. I don't really tweak it too heavy at the bottom. I go with what we got. The top is a different story. The top is where I have to sprinkle a little pizzazz on it. The top is where I have to get a little creative, simply because I don't have much of a brow. And then once you have that shape somewhat created, you just kind of go in and you fill it in. Don't just sit here and color back and forth like ma'am. Just do a little flickety flick. Look at the wrist. Or hair like strokes, as they say, whatever. Just take the spoolie and brush that color through the hairs. Blend and do what you can. And go back and touch up what you need to. So it's gonna be a NARS kind of day. So I'm gonna just take the this is the NARS Creamy Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is the shade I'm on, medium dark 3. And I just take mine out on the back of my hand. Just put a little splag using the ABH 18 brush for brow cleanup, and you just literally dip it. And just like I did the pomade, I literally just flip the brush and go back and forth, making it as flat as I possibly can. A couple of hairs still sticking out. And of course, it's always best to do it with a clean brush. I always start underneath first, starting at the front, start in the middle, start wherever works best for you. You can do quick little strokes or take it, lay it flat, and just go with the flow. And today I'm gonna use the ABH eyeshadow primer that's like white. So I'm not gonna go in heavy with the concealer underneath because I'm not using the concealer as my eyeshadow base today. Grab my Morphe M173 brush and just kind of blend it downward, just so you don't have you know, crazy looking eyelids. Just blend out the excess excess concealer, and that's the bottom of your brow. Today I'm using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation, and for shade reference, I am in New Caledonia, ID2. So just like the concealer, I take a little dollop, a little bead on the back of my hand, just for easy process. Same brush that I used underneath. Boom, boom, pow. Pay no attention to the ash that is among us. Okay, kind of start a little bit above where the brow is, just to make sure I don't have any excess foundation, because the top of the brow can make or break your look for the day if you do it too thin or whatever. So, boom, boom, pow. Real simple, short and sweet and cute. All right, with the same brush, you just kind of blend and buff out the top if need be. Makes the foundation application process a little bit easier. So honestly, that is it. I'll apply some eyebrow gel, and this is the ABH clear brow gel. This is my favorite brow gel that I've ever tried. I've tried the e.l.f. brow gel. It's okay, but this one is definitely my preference. Now, I'm gonna stick to what I know, and I'll literally just take that. Usually this is like one of the last steps, but since we're here, I just literally take it out of the tube. It's like a little tube of mascara. Some people use clear mascara too. I just take it out and literally run it through the hairs, then with a light hand, a very, very light hand, because I don't want to, usually at this point I'll have my foundation and everything on. I don't want to disturb what's going on around my brows. Have me out here looking crazy in these streets. But just literally take it and run it through the 5 brow hairs that exist on my forehead. Okay. And now we are 100% complete with the brows. Yes, I know it looks like I'm saying what's up on this side, but it's okay. It's my business. So that is that. If you guys want to see how I applied this full look, I did shoot another video in the process, so go on over there and watch that one too. I'll have that one up hopefully at the same time as this one, maybe a little bit after, but yeah, by the time you watch this one, hopefully that one will be up also. But yeah, I hope that you picked up some tip, some trick. I hope, you know, I clarified something for a beginner that had a question about, you know, the brow application or whatever, whether it be a pomade or a pencil. I hope I was helpful. Hope I was entertaining, at least to somebody. So, but if you guys have any questions or whatever, be sure to drop them down in the comment section. I'll respond back to ya. You know, we're a growing family here, so let's chitter chat. Let's chat it up. But I appreciate y'all. Be sure to give me that thumbs up, like it, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Keep it crazy. Keep it cool.